Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kol Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Barakah Kodash, which means all praises to Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father. Bahasham means in the name. Yahweh Shai is the name of his only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Barakah Kodash means in the Holy Spirit, Spirit of truth, only way you can worship the Father and the Son. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who are preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. It's Brother Mathati from the Great Millstone Camp, the Brechon Des Moines. And I'm not sure what I'm going to title this lesson just yet, but it's based on, this article I came across, and I took a screenshot of, what you call it, the front page, if you will, the snippet that they had, on the face of the article. And as you can see, it says BET Awards 2023, Black Excellence on the Pink Carpet. And who published this is by a publisher by the name of Jezebel. And I felt that was spiritual within itself, man. Because these are all Jezebels. Growing up, man, my mom's, man, every woman was a Jezebel. So heard this a lot growing up, that term Jezebel, and fully didn't understand it until I actually came into the truth and read the story of what happened, to the unstable creature known as Jezebel within the Holy Scriptures. Now, as you can see, these scantily clad, dressed women, man, and I have no idea who those women are, by the way, but I just wanted to touch on a few things before we get into the scriptures. Now here, going back into, where was we at? Okay, that's one of them. Let's see. Matter of fact, I'll just go to my search. Now this has happened between, I have no idea who the hell is this unstable creature JT is, but as you can see, you hear that, and this, I guess she talks, her man is this little Uzi Vert cat, and she got mad because he was talking to this Spice Ice or Ice Spice chick, and it just shows you the mentality of the Jezebel, that might be the title of this lesson, man, the Jezebel, and as I was looking for that, here it is. If you're not niggas like this is God Trick Daddy. Niggas like this, I thought she represented, justifying her actions. That's just how Miami women is and all that bullshit, man. See, niggas like this encourage that type of behavior, and that type of behavior is gonna get rooted out of the earth, man. And not only that, but I had one more clip to show, because this is the Jezebel, activity. Look at this. You see, this is a slave port, that was in Ghana. And as you can see, the unstable creature that she is twerking on top of it, man. The atrocities and the fear and the pain our people suffered, man. And that's all that the Jezebel can do. Right? And without further ado, man, let's get into the scriptures. Because the Lord said he's coming to visit, not only the men of Israel, but the women as well. Matter of fact, let's start here in Isaiah, the 3rd chapter. This Isaiah 3. And verse 16. Moreover, Yahweh Basham Yahweh Shah saith, because the daughters of Zion are haughty, which when you go into this word haughty, it goes into be high, exalted, lofty, proud as all hell, right? It says, because the daughters of Zion are haughty and walk with stretched forth necks and wanton eyes, walking and mincing as they go and making a tinkling with their feet. Therefore, the Lord will smite with a scab the crown of the head of the daughters of Zion, and Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua will discover their secret parts, that's what we're seeing, right? All these scantily clad ass women, man, showing their shape, their breast, showing the buttocks, man. You could, as they say, leaving nothing to the imagination, right? And it says smite with the scab the crown of the head. Majority of these women are wearing weaves, man. And these weaves and what they call it, lace fronts, these weaves, these different sew-ins, man. And what they actually do, they put more stress on the head, which actually cause the hair to fall out even more. Right? Let's keep reading. Verse 18. In that day, the Lord will take away the bravery of their tinkling ornaments about their feet and their caws and their round ties like the moon. So all this, right? All they little goodies and they ornaments and these different things is going to be taken away from them, man. All these things that they use to beautify themselves is all going to be taken away. Verse 19, the chains and the bracelets and the mufflers and the bonnets and the ornaments of the legs and the headbands and the tablets and the earrings, right? And a lot of these, like bonnets, mufflers, which is veils, is certain ones. Oh, it's further down. Verse 24, the rings and nose jewels, the changeable suits of apparel, all these different clothes, the mantles and the wimples, right? And crisping pins, which these it tell you right there, it says a pocket, but when you go into this, it goes into hair accessories as well, man. Like your flat irons, your hot combs, your different things of that sort, It says the glasses and the fine linen and the hoods and the veils. And it shall come to pass that instead of sweet smell, these different perfumes and these different things that they spray on themselves to cover the stink that's already upon them, man, for the multiple men that's been inside them, there shall be a stink. So the Lord is going to take all these different things away, and they're not going to be accessible, right? You're going to really see how they naturally smell, man. And instead of a girdle or rent, and instead of well set hair, baldness, a lot of these different lace fronts and sew-ins and wigs and extensions, all that's gonna get taken away. And instead of a stomacher, a girding of sackcloth, and burning instead of beauty, man, right? The witchcraft that they put on their face, all this makeup that's caked on their face, man. You see? See, true beauty is going to be shown in that day. Because what did the Lord tell us in the 32nd chapter? You see, these women think it's a game. It's Isaiah 32:9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear to unto my speech. See, have no care in the world, man. I can do bad all by myself. I don't need a man. And you heard that unstable creature. You heard that Jezebel calling him out his name, throwing shit at him, man. Right. And that's how the majority of our women conduct themselves. That's how the majority of these unstable creatures conduct themselves, man. Right. So you could just see it, man. It's going to be a lot of hair weave and death spread around America, man. Verse 10, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. So all those different goodies that you used to getting, right? The government aids, the Section 8s, the WIC programs, the links, those different things, but also, these so-called well-off women, man. Your Spice Isis, right? Your city girls, your Cardi B's. See those different things they think those different things that they think that they gonna be straight and they'll be cool. Nah, man, all that shit finna come to naught. See, the majority of these entertainers are living from paycheck to paycheck anyway, man, because of the deals that they sign, because of the what the fuck you call it, the record companies. exploiting them and taking the majority of the profits of their music. Right? Verse 11. Tremble ye women that are at ease, be troubled ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. You see that? It says strip you and make you bare. This is what's coming upon the women, the unstable creatures. This is what's coming unto the Jezebel. Verse 12, they shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine, man. Meaning these things is not going to be accessible unto them. The Lord is going to cut all this off. Because it speaks about she that liveth in pleasure. This is 1 Timothy 5:6. But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth, man. Just seeing what they had there. But it says, but she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth. And that's what this place has pretty much, how can I say it? That's how this place has taught these unstable creatures to be, man. It's all about pleasure. You know, they've been exalted to a point where they think everything is supposed to be given unto them on a silver platter, which is what got their heads in the clouds. And not to mention simp ass niggas, just like that old nigga trick that is old. This old man in the scriptures speak about an old adulterer that doteth, man. See, niggas like that condone and encourage that behavior, you know, live luxuriously, lead of a voluptuous life. You see, be wanton. Didn't it says the daughters of Zion are wanton, man? Let's see what this says in another translation. What was that? 1 Timothy 5:6. Just this disgusting behavior, man. Yep, the ESV. But she who is self-indulgent is dead even while she lives. But she who lives for pleasure is dead even while she is still alive. Right? And it says that he that wandereth out of the way of understanding, he or she shall remain in the congregation of the dead. So those that are continually seeking after pleasures is dead. And real soon, physical death is going to follow, man. You see? Because once again, they're careless, they're at ease. And this is the opposite of what the Lord said. This is the book of Ezekiel 9. Just get straight to the point, verse 5. Because those who aren't sighing and crying for the abominations that's done in the midst thereof, what's going to happen? And the others, he said in my hearing, go ye after him and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. You see? Judgment, major judgment is coming upon the unstable creatures of the nation of Israel. But come not near any man upon whom is the mark, and begin in my sanctuary. Then they began at the ancient men which were before the house, you know. And this is going into the leaders, as you can see, says Zaquan, those having authority going into the leaders. And we apply it to, you know, the false pastors and false teachers, you know, of these false Israelite camps, of these pseudo-Christian churches. But also, it could be applied to these whack, fake ass community leaders, man. Guys, look at Trick Daddy, all the OG of Miami, and how influential this nigga is, man. See, that's who the Lord is going to start with, niggas like that. You see? And he said unto them, defile the house and fill the courts with the slain. Go ye forth. And they went forth and slew in the city. And it came to pass while they were slaying them, and I was left, that I fell upon my face and cried and said, Ah, Lord power, wilt thou destroy all the residue of Israel in thy pouring out of thy fury upon Jerusalem, man? You see? So Ezekiel like, man, Lord, man, you ain't sparing nobody, right? That's how much death he's seen within his vision. Verse 9. Then said he unto me, the iniquity of the house of Israel and Judah is exceeding great. You see? The perverseness and wickedness that's being spread through these niggas, man. And the land is full of blood, and the city is full of perverseness. For they say, Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua hath forsaken the earth, and the Lord seeth not. And they do that through their actions, man. You see? The way they move and how they being, they're showing forth in their actions that the Lord don't see what they doing, that the Lord ain't going to punish them according to their deeds. But the Lord told us, right? Whoever, well, I'll put it this way. Our forefathers made an oath, right? And the Lord honors this, man. This Second Chronicles 15 and 13, that whosoever would not seek Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua, power of Israel, should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman, man. And that's what it says in Baruch. It was all mine to go astray, now being returned, seek him 10 times more. So how much more serious is this precept in our time today? It speaks about those who thought light of the sacrifice of our Lord Yahushua. It speaks about those who have done despite unto the spirit of grace. How much sore punishment is going to be upon them, man? You know? Let's read about Jezebel's judgment. Let's read about what the Lord did to this heathen. It's 1 Kings 16:31, and it came to pass, as if it had been a light thing for him to walk in the sins of Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, that he took to wife Jezebel, the daughter of Ethbaal, king of the Zidonians, and went and served Baal and worshipped him. So these the unstable creatures of our nation today, they have the spirit of Jezebel working within them. And Jezebel was a Canaanite. What did the Lord say about those Canaanites, man? He told us not to make no covenants or marriages with them, man. Right? And just a side note, because you got guys talking about, oh, you ain't supposed to be with a heathen. You supposed to get with your own, brother. Well, these women got the spirit of Jezebel in them. These women are spiritual Canaanites. So now what? But let's read about her judgment, man. This is the book of 1 Kings 21 and 23. And of Jezebel also spake Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua, saying, the dog shall eat Jezebel by the wall of Jezreel, man. You see the judgment that the Lord prescribed unto her? Yep, that was the judgment that came unto Ahab. And that's a nigga that was encouraging the deeds of Jezebel. 2 Kings 9 and 10, and the dog shall eat Jezebel in the portion of Jezreel, like the Lord said, and there shall be none to bury her. And he opened the door and fled. You see? So let's read about that actually taking place. Now, this is the book of, let's start here. 2 Kings 9 and 30. When Jehu was come to Jezreel, Jezebel heard of it, and she painted her face. That's that witchcraft they put on their face today, man, right? And tied her head and looked out a window, man. See the proud of this creature, man. The pride of this creature. Look, to paint, you know. What did the Lord say? Now, this was speaking about Jake, Israel as a whole, but it could be applied to these women. Jeremiah 4:30, and when thou art spoiled, what wilt thou do? Though thou clothest thyself with crimson, though thou deckest thee with ornaments of gold, though thou rentest thy face with painting, in vain shalt thou make thyself fair. Thy lovers will despise thee. They will seek thy life. And we see this happening now, man. You know, a lot of these women, right? You know, talking shit about the passport bros, man. A lot of guys, you know, leaving this unstable creature, leaving this Jezebel and seeking women in these other countries, man. It's different, you know, videos that's out there of women being all dressed up, got the makeup on, and being stood up at these different restaurants, man. You know, because these different guys ain't dealing with their ass, right? But let's go back. Verse 31, and as Jehu, back in second Kings 9:31, it says, and as Jehu entered in the gate, she said, had Zimri peace, who slew his master? Right, talking shit, right? And he lifted up his face to the window and said, who is on my side? Who? And there looked out to him 2 or 3 eunuchs. And he said, throw her down. So they threw her down, and some of her blood was sprinkled on the wall and on the horses, and he trod her underfoot. So look at that, man. They threw this bitch off the tower. You see how she tumbled? Bitch hit the wall, blood got on the wall, splattered on the horses, and then they trampled her ass, man. Look at that judgment. Look at that judgment. What did the Lord say that's going to happen, man? This is the book of Micah. This is 7 and 10. Yep. Then she that is my enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua thy power? And they say that through action, man. They say that through their deeds. You see? You might say, well, I ain't never said that. No, you say it through your actions. Through your disobedience, right? Through your smart remarks. My eyes shall behold her. Now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the streets. You see that? That's what's coming, man. That's what's coming. Let's go back. And we seeing this happening, you know, in certain instances, right? Throughout the world. What was that, last week? I think it was a prison in South America, man. Guys came and smoked a lot of their ass that was in that prison, man. You know, these different judgments is going to start ramping up, man. There's going to be mass judgments of women in diverse places, especially here in Babylon. Verse 34, back in 2 Kings 9 and 34. And when he was come in, he did eat and drink, trampled her ass and went and had a meal, man. Right? Go, see now this cursed woman and bury her, for she is a king's daughter. And they went to bury her, but they found no more of her than the skull and the feet and the palm of her hands. Exactly, man. The dogs didn't want them leathery ass hands. What the fuck they call that, man? That fucking shit that be on the back of them heels, man. Rough ass, hard ass skin. Dogs didn't want the feet, them hands, or the head. You know? And that's your modern day nigga woman today, man. Filled with the spirit of a heathen on her. Right? Hey, and just like, matter of fact, it ain't just a heathen woman, right? Let's get a judgment of an Israelite woman. Which, how spiritual this is, this Israelite woman, her mother was Jezebel. So you can see how she was indoctrinated and learned in the way of her Canaanite mother, right? Because I believe this was a Hobbs daughter. Let's see. Let's start here in the book of 2 Kings 8 and 25. In the 12th year, Joram, the son of Ahab, right, king of Israel, did Ahaziah, the son of Jehoram, king of Judah, begin to reign. 22 years old was Azariah when he began to reign, and he reigned 1 year in Jerusalem. And his mother's name was Athaliah, the daughter of Omri, king of Israel. Now, I believe that was his granddaughter, because Omri's son was Ahab. Yep, it said it right here. King of the northern kingdom of Israel, successor to King Allah, for whom he was the captain of the army, ruled for 12 years and succeeded by his infamous son Ahab. Right? So, if I'm not mistaken, I believe, verse 27. And he walked in the way of the house of Ahab, you see, because that's who his mother was. His mother was of the house of Ahab, Ahab being her father, Omri being her grandfather, and that means Jezebel was her mother, right? And he walked in the way of the house of Ahab and did evil in the sight of the Lord, as did the house of Ahab, for he was the son-in-law of the house of Ahab, man. Right? But it says Athaliah, the daughter of the king of Israel. His mother's name was also Athaliah, the daughter of Omri. Second Kings 11:1. And when Athaliah, the mother of Azariah, saw that her son was dead, she arose and destroyed all the seed royal. So you see how she tried to take the throne into herself, man? You know, but we ain't gonna make this long and drawn out. Let's just get to the point. Verse 13. And when Athaliah heard the noise of the God, see right here. Number 3, the daughter of Ahab and Jezebel, and the wife of King Jehoram of Judah, killer of all the members of the royal family of Judah, with the exception of one baby named Joash, who was hidden by the high priest Jehoiada until 6 years had passed, and Jehoiada led the revolution to put him on the throne, overthrowing Athaliah and putting her to death. You see, the daughter of Ahab. So when it says a daughter of Omri, it was Omri's granddaughter, because that was Ahab's father. So, and you learn that through reading, you know, when you read of course, it just said that, anyway, it says, and when Athaliah heard the noise of the God and of the people, she came to the people into the temple of the Lord. And when she looked, behold, the king stood by a pillar, as the manner was, and the princes and the trumpeters by the king, and all the people of the land rejoiced and blew with trumpets, and Athaliah rent her clothes and cried, treason, treason. But Jehoiada the priest commanded the captains of the hundreds, the officers of the host, and said unto them, have her forth without the ranges, and him that followeth her kill with the sword. For the priest had said, let her not be slain in the house of the Lord. And they laid hands on her, man, grabbed her goof ass up, man. And she went by the way by which the horses came into the king's house, and there she was slain. So this is what's going to happen to the queens, man. See, this is what's going to happen to the women with the spirit of Jezebel. You see that? Because what did the Lord say, man? How is he going to correct you, women? It's the book of Isaiah 4:4. When the Lord shall have washed away the filth of the daughters of Zion, and shall have purged the blood of Jerusalem from the midst thereof, by the spirit of judgment and by the spirit of burning, man. So once again, great judgment is going to reign upon these women out here, man. And ultimately, what? Those nuclear missiles. Then you will be in your right mind in the kingdom of heaven. You know? Because it ain't no reforming. It ain't no reforming these unstable creatures, man. Look at her face, man. Look at her face. Look at that. Ain't no reforming that, man. You know? What about those ones that was twerking? Look at this, man. You know? And you even had that one chick. What the fuck her name is, man? Sukiana or something, man. Whatever the hell her name is, man. She was talking about, I need me a Hebrew Israelite, man. Nothing like a Hebrew Israelite, man. He'll protect you. He'll do this and that. Well, it was just recently a clip. She was on stage doing some perverse acts with another woman, man. You see? So judgment is going to spread out here like fire upon these unstable creatures, man. But that's it. That's all. Lord, well, I hope this was edifying. The water Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, for giving me the spirit to do this lesson. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to all you brothers who preaching the gospel in truth and in sincerity, always in charity. You know, and these women say they can do bad all by themselves. Well, that's exactly what's about to happen. Father kept reading in Isaiah 3. It spoke about how the majority of these men is going to get smoked in the wars coming, man. And Second Esdras goes right into that, how these women are going to mourn not having bridegrooms. You damn right you can do bad all by your fucking self, man. Shalom.